What did Rory McIlroy do to shock the golf world? Amidst the LIV Golf controversy, Rory turned from a PGA and European Tour defender to a LIV advocate. Why the abrupt turnaround? You're in for a big surprise. We gathered info from Golf Channel, Golf Digest, and PGA Tour that reveals what was behind his change of heart. Join us for this round and get ready to be shocked as well. Before anything else, what is LIV Golf all about? LIV Golf is a tour for professional male golfers, where LIV is the Roman numeral for 54, representing the number of holes to be played in LIV events, as opposed to the 72 holes played in PGA events. The tour is financially backed by Saudi Arabia's sovereign wealth fund, the Public Investment Fund. In 2019, the formation of the Premier Golf League established the framework of a new golf tour to rival the PGA Tour. Immediately, Jay Monahan, the PGA Tour Commissioner, announced that golfers who will play in the new league will be banned from PGA Tour events. The PGA Tour and the PGA European Tour then formed an alliance against the new tour. On the other hand, the Premier Golf League began talks of a financial partnership with Saudi investors. These talks, however, resulted in Golf Saudi, a public investment fund division, funding and forming its own global league in 2020. Launched in 2021, the league was named LIV Golf Investments, with Greg Norman, a former professional golfer, as CEO. The first LIV Golf event happened in June 2022, the LIV Golf Invitational Series at the Centurion Club in the United Kingdom. In 2023, the event became known as the LIV Golf League. LIV Golf represented a significant shift in professional golf by offering a different format and financial incentives in comparison to the PGA Tour. Other than the diminished 54 holes, LIV events start with only 48 players, and all 48 get to play all 3 rounds as there is no cutting of players. The tour also introduced a team format alongside the individual competition, where golfers play for both individual and team honors. And most importantly for the players, the prize pools are larger than most PGA events. What was Rory's role in all of this? Many golf stars instantly jumped at LIV's attractive offers, even at the cost of losing their PGA and European Tour memberships, including former world number ones Dustin Johnson, Martin Kaymer, and Lee Westwood. Former major champions Sergio Garcia, Graham McDowell, Louis Oosthuizen, and Charles Schwartzel likewise joined the tour. To work with the players who chose to stick with the PGA Tour Commissioner Jay Monahan needed to have a trusted and passionate right-hand man to help keep the PGA afloat. Tiger Woods was his first choice for the job, as he had the loudest voice among the players. However, Tiger was struggling with his own problems, so Jay could not depend on him. Jay remembered Rory being vocal about his dislike of LIV Golf before it even became official. And even though Rory does not have any issues with Greg Norman, he does have a lot to say about the players who did not think twice to abandon the PGA, which gave them the comfortable lives they were enjoying. Rory considered it a cardinal sin on the part of these players. However, to answer Rory, Dustin Johnson said he was choosing what is best for him and his family, while Harold Varner III said it was purely a business decision, as he was guaranteed over $15 million in earnings versus the $10.7 million he made in 191 starts on the PGA Tour. Rory became the leader of the players in PGA's fight against the LIV, continuously issuing out media verbal attacks towards the new tour, as well as convincing players to stay loyal to the PGA. In August 2022, Rory, along with Tiger Woods, led a players-only meeting at the Hotel DuPont in Wilmington, Delaware, to discuss an expanded PGA program of elevated high-dollar tournaments. 8 days later, Jay Monahan laid out the plans agreed upon in the meeting that included 13 tournaments with increased purses ranging from $15 million for the Century Tournament of Champions to $25 million for the Players' Championship. Also included in the plans was the value increase in the Player Impact program, upfront stipends for true tour rookies, and fast-track access for top college golfers. The gathering of approximately 24 high-profile professional tour golfers appeared to be a turning point for the PGA in its fight against the Saudi-backed league, as the PGA seemed to get the upper hand in the ongoing battle. In response to the threat posed by the LIV Tour, the PGA Tour adjusted its own policies, including increasing prize money and enhancing player benefits. They also made changes to their event calendar and structure to better compete with LIV's offerings. What changed Rory's mind about the LIV Tour? On June 6, 2023, PGA Tour Commissioner Jay Monahan and Saudi Arabian Public Investment Fund Governor Yasser Al Rumayyan announced a plan to unify PGA and LIV and restore a single tour for professional men's golf. PGA players were unhappy at being blindsided, particularly Rory, who was confused after realizing that the feud was over. It appears that his services as a PGA defender were no longer needed and has been turned to surplus, as Jay and the other PGA suits have gone behind him and the other players to shake hands with the Saudis. Rory could not imagine himself being the loudest critic of Saudi's involvement in golf, now learning that they will be his new employer after the merger is finalized. It feels like a slap on his face. He felt like a used and then dumped partner. He felt what a sacrificial lamb felt after secret talks led to the merger announcement. In a press interview at the 2023 Canadian Open, Rory made it perfectly clear that he still disliked the LIV Tour and continued to rally for penalties for the players who defected from the PGA. He believes that they should not just be welcomed back, merger or not. In November 2023, Rory stepped down from the PGA Tour Policy Board, citing that it was time for him to get back to just being a player. He wished to remove himself from the politics dominating the golf world since the arrival of LIV Golf. However, Rory regretted his decision almost immediately. While his anti-LIV Golf stance remained intact, he conceded that the public investment fund's involvement in the golf sport was inevitable, so the most logical step moving forward was to have its investment diverted to the tour. In the following months, Rory further changed his views about LIV Golf, even suggesting that LIV players should be allowed to play again in the PGA without penalty. In April, it was rumored that Rory was returning to the PGA Tour Policy Board. However, his intention to rejoin was thwarted by some of the members who were not particularly anxious to welcome him back. Sources have it that these members were Patrick Cantlay, Jordan Spieth, and Tiger Woods. Rory admits that his relationship with Patrick was average at best, as they don't have much in common and they see the world differently. As for Rory and Jordan, it was a matter of Rory removing himself from a player text chain after Jordan's comment that the PGA no longer needed the public investment fund after the strategic sports group deal was finalized. Rory believes that should the public investment fund learn of this comment, it would be detrimental to the PGA and LIV deal from pushing through. Meanwhile, Rory and Tiger's relationship remained cordial, but they had a sort of falling out due to their different views on the future of professional golf. In May 2024, Rory became one of 3 active players to comprise the 7-man transaction subcommittee of the PGA Tour that engage in direct negotiations with Saudi's public investment fund. The other 2 players on the subcommittee were Tiger Woods and Adam Scott. Rory believes he can be of help in finalizing the PGA and LIV deal as a member of the subcommittee, and being a subcommittee member is a compromise for not getting his board seat back. Rory's changed views about LIV Golf highlight his ability to adapt and respond to the shifting dynamics in the world of golf. While he continues to have concerns about various aspects of the league, his new position indicates a readiness to engage in the changing structure of the sport in a positive manner. So Rory changed his mind about the LIV Tour and is working hands-on for a conclusion of the Golf Tour wars. Subscribe to our channel for more updates on the goings-on in the entertaining world of golf.